what ways did Mahatma Gandhi transform चलिए ओके रेडी। अब हम लोग आगे बढ़ते हैं, इसको थोड़ा कर देते हैं छोटा या सो नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज कि हाउ डिड महात्मा गांधी ट्रांसफॉर्म द नेचर ऑफ द नेशनल मूवमेंट। तो सबसे पहले हम ये समझते हैं कि इस क्वेश्चन का एक आइडियल अप्रोच होने से पहले आपको क्वेश्चन की अंडरस्टैंडिंग होनी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। तो कैसे होगा, क्वेश्चन को कैसे अंडरस्टैंड करेंगे, कॉन्सेप्चुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग बहुत जरूरी है। क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है इन व्हाट वेज डिड महात्मा गांधी, ध्यान से समझते जाइएगा, महात्मा गांधी ट्रांसफॉर्म नेचर नेशनल मूवमेंट। ये चार कीवर्ड्स है, पहले कीवर्ड्स फाइंड आउट करो। क्वेश्चन में सबसे पहले फाइंड आउट करना है कीवर्ड्स क्या है। तो इस क्वेश्चन के कीवर्ड्स है महात्मा गांधी, ट्रांसफॉर्म, नेचर एंड नेशनल मूवमेंट। इसका आइडियल अप्रोच करने से पहले, एक अच्छा आंसर ड्राफ्ट करने से पहले आपको पता होना चाहिए कि नेशनल मूवमेंट का नेचर कैसा रहा है। तो आपको याद होगा कि जब हम शुरुआती दौर में थे आफ्टर 1857, तो हमने देखा कि सबसे पहले हमारे सामने कौन थे, हमारे सामने थे मॉडरेट्स लाइक गोपाल कृष्ण गोखले। अब इन लीडर्स का अप्रोच कैसा था, ये लीडर्स चाहते थे कि जो भी वेस्टर्न एलियन फोर्सेस हमारे साथ है, जो लोग हमारे साथ हैं वो लोग रहे, बस वो इंडियंस को एक डोमिनेंसी दे दे, ठीक है। सेकंड, इसके बाद कौन आए, इसके बाद आए रेडिकल्स। रेडिकल्स का अप्रोच कैसा था, रेडिकल्स वांट कंप्लीट इंडिपेंडेंस, ओके, दे वांट स्वराज। मॉडरेट्स वांट रिफॉर्मेशंस। इसके बाद कौन आया, इसके बाद आया रिवॉल्यूशनरीज। रिवॉल्यूशनरीज कैसे थे, तो रिवॉल्यूशनरीज का जो मोटो था, जो मोटिव था, वो था कंप्लीट इंडिपेंडेंस, कंप्लीट इंडिपेंडेंस। अब इनमें चेंजेस क्या देखने के लिए मिलेगा, चेंजेस ये देखने के लिए मिलेगा कि जो मॉडरेट्स थे ये बहुत ही लीनिएंट थे, इनका अप्रोच बहुत ही जेन्युइन था। फॉर एग्जांपल फाइलिंग द पिटीशन, राइटिंग एप्लीकेशन, ओके, रिक्वेस्टिंग दी ब्रिटिशर्स टू लीव इंडिया। बट इसके बाद आए रेडिकल्स। रेडिकल्स का अप्रोच कैसा था, फॉर एग्जांपल बाल गंगाधर तिलक, ही वाज ए रेडिकल लीडर। इनका अप्रोच था कि इफ दिस इज इंडिया, वी आर इंडियंस, देन वी इंडियंस आर ऑथराइज्ड टू रूल गवर्न इंडिया, वी डोंट नीड एनीबडी एल्स फ्रॉम द फॉरेन लैंड और एनी एलियन रिजाइन टू रूल ओवर अस, ओके। इसके बाद है रिवॉल्यूशनरीज। रिवॉल्यूशनरी जैसे खुदीराम बोस, भगत सिंह, इनका अप्रोच था चेंज एंड गेनिंग इंडिपेंडेंस एट द कॉस्ट ऑफ एनीथिंग, एट द कॉस्ट ऑफ टेरर, एट द कॉस्ट ऑफ वायलेंस, ओके। सो अभी तक आप देखें, मॉडरेट से लेके रेडिकल से लेके रिवॉल्यूशनरीज तक, अब इन सारे तीनों नेचर के साथ, इन तीनों कंपोनेंट के साथ हम क्या कर रहे हैं, हम इंडिया का नेशनल फ्रीडम मूवमेंट की लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं, करेक्ट। बट अब इसमें एक नया कैरेक्टर, एक नया लीडर की एंट्री होती है। कौन है भाई, इन 1916 महात्मा गांधी। अब महात्मा गांधी जैसे एंटर करते हैं 1916 में, सबसे पहले वो क्या बोलते हैं, फर्स्ट पब्लिक अपीयरेंस ऑफ महात्मा गांधी इन BHU, वेयर महात्मा गांधी एड्रेसेस द कॉमन folk and he in his speech he cleared that Indians are not going to get the independence until and unless they are not joining the common folks, the artisans, the agriculture laborers, industrial workers, daily wage earners. So if India wants to achieve independence, they have to join the common folk into the Indian national freedom movement. इंटेलिजेंसिया या फिर रिच ट्रेडर्स, बिल्डर्स, जोतेदार, जमींदार, एलिट ग्रुप, इनसे रिवॉल्यूशन इनसे चेंज, इनसे फ्रीडम नहीं मिलेगा। मैम हो गया। हाँ हाँ ठीक है, हाँ ठीक है ठीक है। सुनाओ। ठीक है, थैंक यू थैंक यू। ओके, अब इन तो नेचर आप देखना, पहले क्या था, मॉडरेट लोग थे, मॉडरेट नेचर था, मॉडरेट अप्रोच था, लीनियंट अप्रोच था। इसके बाद आया रेडिकल्स, रेडिकल्स का अप्रोच थोड़ा रेडिकल फॉर्म में था, एग्रेशन एग्रेसिव फॉर्म में था। बट रिवॉल्यूशनरीज आए, उनका फॉर्म बिल्कुल अलग था, वायलेंस उनका मेन विपन था, मेन टूल था। ओके, अब इसके बाद when Mahatma Gandhi entered into the Indian politics, the Indian politics had already passed through moderates, radicals, and revolutionaries. So first of all, Mahatma Gandhi was not a moderate, not a radical, not a revolutionary. His approach for the freedom struggle, his identification as the freedom struggle, how he introduced himself in the Indian politics was just a common man. सो गांधी जी, हाउ गांधी जी ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग द इंडियन पॉलिटिक्स, एक एक स्टेप को समझते जाइए। गांधी जी ने सबसे पहले अपने आप को कैसे इंट्रोड्यूस किया कि गांधी जी वाज अ कॉमन मैन, ही इज एमंग द कॉमन मास, ही इज एमंग द कॉमन फोक। ओके, इसके लिए आपको ज्यादा, आपने पिछले वाले क्वेश्चन में देखा ही होगा कि कैसे मैंने बताया था कि हाउ द पीजेंट्स परसीव्ड गांधी जी। तो पीजेंट्स परसीव्ड गांधी जी एज महात्मा, एज अ मैसेंजर फ्रॉम द गॉड, समवन अपॉइंटेड बाय द क्वीन ऑफ इंग्लैंड, करेक्ट। महात्मा गांधी का अटायर, महात्मा गांधी का वे ऑफ कॉन्वर्सेशन, यूजिंग सिंपल हिंदी इन हिज कॉन्वर्सेशन एंड स्पीचेस, दैट मेक्स हिम पॉपुलर अमंग द रूरल मासेस। ओके, नाउ सो फर्स्ट Gandhiji's ideal approach, Gandhiji introduced himself as a common man. Gandhiji introduces himself as a common man fighting for his motherland. Common man fighting for his motherland, fighting for his country, correct. Second, when Gandhiji entered, Gandhiji has a very, very strong and very unique, very primitive, specified tool, or you can say it a weapon. Gandhiji, throughout his political career, he maintained and retained the idea of, he retained the idea of Satya Ahimsa. Yeah, Ahimsa. That is non-violence and truth. Non-violence and truth. Correct? Gandhiji, the main weapon of the Gandhiji was what? The main weapon of the Gandhiji was non-violence and the truth. And he urged each and every common folk, each and every freedom fighter, each and every common man who follows Gandhiji, who believes Gandhiji as his ideal. Gandhiji urged, request that please do not create violence, do not tell a lie, try to speak the truth, align with the truth, stay with the truth, and practice non-violence. Practice non-violence. This was the second thing that makes his movement, his approaches, his practices, and his function towards achieving the freedom was different, because he practiced non-violence and truth. And also requesting every followers, freedom fighters, leaders to achieve this and practice this non-violence. Second point. Third point. Now look, Gandhiji started a new form of movement. Gandhiji, first of all, What was this new form of movement? So when you will see in 1920 to 1922, the first mass movement, the first mass movement which second the root or the base of the British Empire after 1857 revolt was the non-cooperation movement. Non-cooperation movement. The non-cooperation movement led by Mahatma Gandhi started in 1920, end in 1922 after the incident of Chaura Chauri Kand. Okay, Chaura Chauri is a village in Uttar Pradesh. Now, first mass movement, the non-cooperation movement, Gandhi ji bring the Hindus and the Muslims all together on a common platform. Since in 1906, in 1905, Bengal was divided. In 1906, Muslim League was formed because the Muslim people, the Muslim leaders of the Bangladesh and Indian territory, Indian subcontinent, they thought that in Indian National Congress, the Hindu people are in majority and they are dominating the politics. So to save or to preserve or conserve the welfare of the Muslim masses, the Muslim leaders in 1906 established the Muslim League. When the Muslim League was established in 1906, remember 1909 Indian Councils Act. What was there in Indian Councils Act in 1909, which is also popularly known as Morley Minto Reform. So in 1909 आप देखते हैं कि there is a separate voting format for the Muslims. Means that is called a separate electorate for the Muslims. This providing a separate electorate for the Muslims, this widened the gap between the Hindu and Muslims, and this was the divide and rule policy followed by the Britishers. So since from 1909, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, in 1920, finally Mahatma Gandhi reunited the mass, the Hindu mass and the Muslim mass. And he urged in his entire political career for the brotherhood among the people, for equality among the masses. There should not be any inequality on any ground, either in the caste, color, creed, religion. Okay, so he initiated the non-cooperation movement. He led the non-cooperation movement. Non-cooperation movement was the first mass movement that shaken the base and also that threatened the British Empire after 1857. In this mass movement, Hindus and Muslims fought unitedly, and this unification or the reunion between the Hindu masses and the Muslim masses was brought by the Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so a politics of a united politics. What we can say? United politics. So Gandhi ji brought a format, a system, okay, and an approach. What was that approach? The approach of united or unified politics, okay, or we can say a mass politics, or we can say a unified politics, okay. Then after 1920, 1922, Gandhiji was also imprisoned. Then Gandhiji started doing some constructive works. Gandhiji did not participate in any council election or any provincial election. Gandhiji was not that type of leader. Gandhiji was such type of leader who used to believe in doing constructive works. So third, a leader with a constructive work approach. A leader with constructive work approach. Constructive work approach. Okay. So Gandhiji did not participate in any provincial election. Gandhiji did not participate in any legislative council election. So Gandhiji used to do constructive work. Gandhiji used to go to the villages of Harijans or the scheduled caste people. There he create awareness among the masses for education among the female, cleanliness, sanitation. Okay, so Mahatma Gandhi used to do constructive works. He don't want to widen the gap between the upper caste or the lower caste. He just want to make it narrow. Okay, so the constructive work involved creating awareness for the female education among the scheduled caste, awareing people about cleanliness, sanitation, and unification between upper caste and the lower caste. Okay, so Gandhiji broke the caste barrier. Fourth point is Gandhiji broke the caste barrier. Gandhiji Gandhiji broke the caste barrier. So Gandhiji was not in any bloc. He wasn't the supporter of Muslim League bloc. He wasn't the supporter of Hindu Mahasabha bloc. He wasn't. In fact, he was supporting the Congress. He became the president of the Congress also for 1 year. Gandhiji was not active in Congress also. He was active in constructive politics, and that's why अगर आप can in 19 after the non-cooperation movement, when the Congress party was there was a issue created among the leaders of the Congress party. ओके खैर हम अभी उस टॉपिक में नहीं जाएंगे. ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट हमारा हमने एक एक पॉइंट को हम देख रहे हैं कि हाउ गांधी जी इज ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग द इंडियन पॉलिटिक्स और सॉरी हाउ गांधी इज ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग द नेशनल मूवमेंट. फोर्थ पॉइंट, इन 1930 क्या किया गांधी जी ने? तो इन 1930 गांधी जी स्टार्टेड द सिविल डिसोबीडियंस मूवमेंट विद दांडी मार्च, द सॉल्ट मार्च, the march that was recognized all over the world. In fact, the Time magazine has a very good coverage of Gandhiji's whole movement. In fact, there were spies of the British police. There were other media persons who has done a very good coverage of the Salt March, which was started on 12th of March 1930. Gandhiji started this Salt March. So salt was a basic ingredient. Salt was a basic need. And this salt, the Indian, irrespective of their financial situation, they have to purchase it from the British government. And they have to pay a tax over it. In fact, on the other hand, the Britishers were having the monopoly over it. That no Indian could manufacture it. Only the British and British authorized traders and manufacturers will manufacture the salt. So salt is a natural resource, belong to the territory of India, and Indians are denied. And the Britishers denied Indians to manufacture salt even in their own motherland. And salt was a common ingredient of all the people, among the rich and the poor. So selecting such subject in the national movement that could unite the common and the poor people or the richest person. So a very unique subject, selection of unique subjects. Fifth point, selecting unique subjects. Unique subjects for movement. Okay, and then last in 1942 in Quit India movement, in round table conferences also, Gandhiji has clear stand that there shouldn't be any separate electorate for the depressed classes. He was against that. And then Gandhiji in 1942 cleared that do or die. Means Gandhiji was having a simple and very clear stand in each of his step. Clear step and so Gandhiji's life and his standard of living. Standard of living. His simple way of living, his simple standard of life attracted so many the common masses. He became popular among the common folks. So simplicity in politics. is the last point. How he changed the nature of the national movement. Simplicity in politics. Simplicity in politics. So अब हम एक एक पॉइंट ध्यान से देखते हैं. सबसे पहला पॉइंट क्या है? The first point is, in what ways did Mahatma Gandhi transform the nature of the national movement? So before arriving of Mahatma Gandhi, or before the introduction of Mahatma Gandhi in the nationalist movement, the nationalist movement has undergone so many changes. There were radicals, there were moderates, there were revolutionaries in the Indian political pool. But Mahatma Gandhi, when entered in 1915, when he returned from South Africa, and in 1916, when he made his first public appearance, he cleared that no Indian are going to achieve their independence dream until and unless not the common masses are going to join the movement. If the common masses will not join the movement wouldn't be fruitful or successful. Gandhiji, by his these following ideologies and approaches, changed the nature of national movement. First, introduction of Gandhiji. Gandhiji introduced himself not as a national leader but as a common man. First approach of Gandhiji. Gandhiji did not introduce himself as a political leader. Gandhiji introduced himself as a common man fighting for his motherland. Okay. Now, second point. Gandhiji, with his idea of non-violence and truth, changed the ideological approach for fighting the national movement. With his unique idea of non-violence, Gandhiji not only bring a vast change in the ideological pool of the movement, but also Gandhiji surprised the world that against such a powerful enemy who defeated Indians on the basis of a weapon like guns and tanks, this such common man could fight against such powerful enemy only with the help of non-violence. And non-violence is more powerful than a powerful weapon. So Gandhiji cleared his stand that his weapon is Satya and Ahimsa, truth and non-violence. He urged each and every common man, he urged every of his followers, he urged every national leaders to practice non-violence, to practice Satyagraha, popularly called as Satyagraha. Idea of Satya and Ahimsa, non-violence, truth, popularly called as Satyagraha. 1917 Champaran, 1918 Kheda, and then Ahmedabad textile mill. Okay. Now the third point, Gandhiji's mass movement. Gandhiji unified. Gandhiji narrowed the gap that was widening between the Hindu and Muslims. He narrowed the gap. He reunited the Hindu masses and the Muslim masses, and also urged everybody not to create any situation or a scene of inequality among the masses, because if we want to achieve the independence, then to fight against our common enemy, the Hindu and Muslims have to reunite. And by launching a non-cooperation movement against the British Empire, Gandhiji successfully launched it, and this mass movement not only bring the change of the mind of the people, but also it enlarges the mass, the common people who get involved in the nationalist movement. In this movement, peasants also participated, tribals also participated, students also participated, lawyers also participated, women in fact participated. Many Muslim women, they give up the parda system. Hindu women, they give up the parda system, participated in the non-cooperation movement. Okay. Now, the fourth thing, Gandhiji was against the caste barriers. In the Hindu society, there was a caste barrier, the upper caste and the lower caste. Okay, so Gandhiji changed what? Gandhiji was against untouchability. Gandhiji was against making a margin, differentiating the people just on the basis of caste system. Gandhiji was totally against this, and Gandhiji do so many constructive works to break this caste barrier. Gandhiji, after non-cooperation movement, he went to the community and villages of the depressed classes, where he used to create awareness about education, about sanitation, about cleanliness. Okay, and he designated the depressed classes as Harijan. Okay, then fifth point, selecting a unique subject for the movement. Gandhiji's selection for the movement, for any step further to achieve the national movement, was so common that it relates to each and every strata of the society. For example, selecting salt as a subject to protest against the British government, Gandhiji chose salt. Salt was a basic ingredient, first of all, for the common folk, not only for the rural masses, but for the urban masses, means for all. Second, salt, which the Britishers have monopolized over it. Manufacturing salt was always for the British traders and manufacturers, not for the Indian people. Third, Indian are the British provide Indian the salt. That salt which are manufactured in India by using resources of India. So such a discrimination, like not like sorry, like monopolizing the manufacturing of salt, first thing, and second thing, applying tax burden over the Indians to purchase salt. When an Indian will purchase salt, he have to bore a tax burden over it, a heavy tax burden over it. So Gandhiji picked the salt subject for the protest, popularly known as Salt March, which was globally covered, and Gandhiji then became a global leader. And the last point is Gandhiji's constructive approach. I think this much is enough to tackle this question, that in what ways Mr. Gandhi transformed the nature of the national movement. So Mahatma Gandhi transformed the nature of the national movement by these important points. Mass movement means a unified politics by Satya and Ahimsa. First, Gandhiji as a common man. Gandhiji introduced himself as a common man. Second, Gandhiji retained the idea of Satya and Ahimsa, truth and non-violence, by his Satyagraha approach. He changed the nature of the national movement. Third, mass politics or a unified politics. Gandhiji bring a new form of protest, a new form of, we can say that, a weapon to fight against the British or alien regime, and that was a unified politics or a mass politics. Then Gandhiji was against the caste barrier. Gandhiji fought in the second roundtable conference. He has, uh, you know, a cold talk, a hot talk with B.R. Ambedkar over separate electorate, being to provide separate electorate for the depressed classes. Gandhiji uh, uh, entered into an argument with B.R. Ambedkar that the depressed classes are the part of the Hindu religion and they cannot be divided anymore. Okay, he started doing constructive works to break the caste barriers, and then selecting a unique subject that can, such subjects which Mahatma Gandhi choose, that works like a works like a, you can say, it works like an idea which not only was not specified. Selection of ideas, unique ideas, common subjects, it was like not a specified subject. not specified for traders, not specified for farmers, not specified for only students. Whatever the subject Gandhiji chose was common to rich and poor, was common to big and small. Okay, so these are the ways in which Gandhiji changed the nature of national movement. And one thing more, हम लोग we are providing classes for 9 10th subject math, science, social science, and also for class 12th history classes, economics classes, and political science classes. You can join us. You can join Medhavi classes, Hariom Tower, third floor. So please join us to get more clear picture of the history. Don't get nervous. All the best for your final examination, for your board examination. Thank you. Thank you very much.